Okay, solve by substitution, the system. So we're finding where the two equations would cross without seeing a graph. I'm done when I know the x and the y value. So I have y equals 3x plus 2, and then I have x plus 2y equals 11. So here are my equal signs. Find me a letter that's by itself. It doesn't have to be y. It has to be y when you graph, but we're not graphing. So I box up the y, because that's my base. That would be my base letter, and I circle the other side. Now, write your other equation, the non-base. X plus 2y equals 11. Now you guys got to know where to put the parentheses. It's with the y, because that's the base. Okay? So y is out. And in its place, we substitute 3x plus 2. Okay, so we have 1x plus 2, parentheses, and we put 3x plus 2. Okay? After the parentheses, we're equal to 11. Okay? So we know we're equal to 11. We got an x here and an x here. We should always have the variables should be the same, x and x. If you have x, y at this point, you're doing something wrong. All right, so the positive 2 is what I distribute. Okay? There's a plus right there, so I take 2 times 3x and 2 times 2. Drop your plus. 2 times 3x is 6x, 2 times 2 is 4, and then I have the 1x that I need to add into the equation. Okay, so I do my v, okay, so it's going to be 7x plus 4 equals 11. Now we can solve for x. We have the times 7 and the plus 4. So we take out the plus positive 4 by minusing it. 11 minus 4 is 7. And then we divide both sides by 7. Okay? So x equals 1. Pay attention to the letter you just solved for. It's x. So we just put that in the x. Now to find y, use the equation where the y, the base equation. Y equals 3x plus 2. Now put your answer of 1 in for the x, because x is 1. Okay, 3 and 1, that means 3 times 1, and then plus 2. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. Okay, so 5. 1, 5. Okay, my next problem, we have 2x plus 5y equals 7, and then we have x equals negative 4y plus 2. So, this time the base is x, okay? So I write my non-base, 2x plus 5y equals 7, okay? So x, we replace our, now the parentheses goes to x, okay? That's where the parentheses goes. Well, how do you know where to put that? Whatever the base is. So negative 4y plus 2. Okay, so we have a 2, parentheses, negative 4y plus 2. Now you got to keep your eye open after you close the parentheses, because you still have to add the 5y and then equals 7. Okay, now we distribute the 2. 2 to negative 4y, 2 to 2. Okay, so 2 times negative 4y, I drop the plus, put your equals over here. So you're going to have negative 8y, and then 2 times 2 is 4. Done. Now you have to add your 5y into the equation, and the equation's equal to 7 still. Okay, now we combine our y's. So negative 8y plus 5y is negative 3y. And then add your 4. Okay. Now you can solve for y pretty easily, because you know that that's times and that's plus. So you take out your 4 by minusing. 7 minus 4 is 3. Okay. You divide both sides by negative 3. And 3 divided by negative 3 is negative 1. Now keep in mind it's y. So y is negative 1. Now to find your x, go into your base. put -1 in place of the y, okay? Now this is times right here, so it's -4 times -1 plus 2. So x is by itself, so I just go to my calculator and perform the operations on the other side. So -4 times -1 plus 2. I got 6. Negative times a negative is a positive, which would be 4 plus 2, 6. And if you get a decimal, don't sweat it, okay? Next one, 3x minus 4y equals -5, x equals 3y plus 5, okay? X is by, here's my equals, I have x as the base, okay? Is equal to 3y plus 5. Now write your non-base. 3x minus 4y equals -5. I would make that a plus negative here and here if you need to. Okay. So x is the base. So that's where the parentheses goes. Okay. And then 3y plus 5. So we have 3y plus 5 plus -4y equals -5. Just put -5. Don't keep writing that plus negative. Now I have y and y. So I will be solving for y first. Okay, so here's the plus. So you're multiplying the 3 into that. So plus 3 times 3y is 9y. 3 times 5, 15. Then you have to add the -4y, and then you're equal to your -5. So I combine the like terms, 9 and -4, that's going to be 5y, plus the 15 equals -5. Okay, so we add, so minus the 15. -5 minus 15 is -20. And then finally we get to dividing. So -20 divided by 5 is -4. So y is -4. Then we're going to solve for the x, okay? So x equals 3y plus 5. So we have the answer for y this time, so we replace the y with -4. Now remember, that means 3 times -4 plus 5. That letter against the parentheses. Got -7, okay. Okay, last problem. Y equals -3x minus 1, and then 2x plus 3y equals 18. So that's a parentheses. So here are my equal signs, and I have y as my base. Okay. Okay, now write your non-base, the 2x plus 3y equals 18. So since y is the base, the parentheses goes in for the y, and y is replaced with -3x minus 1. Do your plus negative thing, especially on that 1. You need a plus sign in the middle. So you have 2x plus 3, parentheses, -3x plus -1, and then after the closing of the parentheses, we're equal to 18. So here's the plus, okay? So we have to distribute. So 3 times -3, it drop your plus down. 3 times -3x is -9x, and 3 times -1 is -3. Then I add the 2x into the equation. And over here we just got our 18. So combine your x's. Okay. So I would take a 2 plus the -7, 9. That's going to be -7. Then add your -3. And then equals 18. Okay. So times plus negative. So take out your -3 by adding 3. Be 21. And then divide by your multiplying number. Negative 7 times x is 21. To find x, we divide 21 by negative 7. That's negative 3. So the x is negative 3. Now to find y, just go into the base. So negative 3 replaces the x. Okay. Remember, this is times right here. When that number's right in front of the parentheses, times. Minus 1, if you want to write it as plus negative 1, that's fine. But the bottom line is the y is by itself. Okay, so you just are able to calculate. So negative 3 times, what is negative 3 times negative 3 plus negative 1? It's going to be 8. Okay.